Hello, nobody right now, but hello, everyone, and welcome to a after All-Star break edition. Well, it's still the All-Star break, I guess, right?
Yeah, until Friday.
Yeah, why do they have off
Which
tomorrow?
I don't know why. Did they add 2 days or something?
I thought there was at least like maybe a night game on Thursday.
Yeah, I guess not. I feel like they added a couple days onto the break.
Yeah. Welcome to Sorry in Advance, everybody. Me and Scott might lose power because of rain coming, so we're just gonna dive right into this. First half, I don't even know, like, how do you recap? Because we've never experienced a season like this in so long, or we haven't experienced. We have, but like we haven't experienced such a good first half like this since 11.
2011. Yeah. It almost just doesn't seem real, to be honest.
I know.
I still have to watch videos over and over again when they come out and they're saying that the Phillies are the class of the MLB.
Philly has class. What?
Other than a few small problems, which I think could be fixed in the second half of the year. It was a great first half.
Who would you say is? Can you say, or Jesus, I don't know how to word this. Who would you pick as your top performer?
See, that's tough because
we haven't had this problem either, where we can't just pinpoint one person. It's just like, wow.
Are we doing position player, or are we doing just a whole team in general?
Who's your most surprising player? How about that? Your most surprising performance?
Probably Schwarber and the base hits.
Not the lack of home runs, I guess, but still, the batting average is up.
Yeah, not really the lack of home runs, really, because he's still on pace for what, 40, maybe.
I don't think 40.
What's he at?
He's not even at 20 yet. I don't think.
He's close, I thought.
Yeah,
he's at 16, 17.
He's close. He's 19. So
okay, yeah. So he's gonna hit 40 home runs.
20 in the last 11 weeks. I like it. That's almost 2 home runs a week. So I'll take that. Hey, I will absolutely take that.
Just with his average, it was awesome to see him actually do something other than hit home runs. Obviously the best player on the team has been out Bohm. Or Trey.
But it's just so hard to talk about because Harper missed time, Schwarber missed time, Turner missed time, JT's missed time. JT's not even actually part of the conversation for best player. No. Ranger has fucking crash landed back down to earth.
I think that's just dead arm.
I think you know what? It's probably just and it's been ungodly hot and humid, so that's probably wearing him down. Yeah, I feel like. By the way, okay, so since Kyle Schwarber has been here, he has hit 218 and 197.
Yeah.
He had 200 strikeouts his first year and 215. He has 107 now, and he's hitting 249. So, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Anyway, so I feel like the most surprising to me is it's a cross between Alec Bohm and Sanchez.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because you tend to forget about Sanchez, and it's oh shit, he made the All-Star team and pitched well in the All-Star game.
That's the thing too. Is it's we had 7 All-Stars, and then Wheeler dropped out, and then they added. Okay, we'll add Sanchez. If anybody else dropped, or no, Sale dropped out first.
Sale because he got hurt or something.
Yeah.
Shocker.
If anybody other pitcher dropped out, you could have just added Nola. We could have had 9 or 10 all-stars on this team.
Now, that would have probably happened if Thompson was the manager.
Yeah.
If they didn't blow it last year, we would have had 12 all-stars.
Well, yeah.
I would have been like, you know what? We're just not going to vote this year, guys, for the NL. I'm just going to bring the Phillies.
Yeah. Just everyone else stay home, relax. We're not going to miss any time. We're just going to stay right on beat. It's been an extremely pleasurable first half. It's been surprising. You have to admit that. No one I mean, the Braves have definitely helped us. The Braves injuries have helped us.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I just think, I mean, it's been so like flawless. Like just when you thought like maybe the team was going to come back down to earth with like because of the injuries, they don't. Like they maybe lose a game
even
here.
Better.
Yeah, like they maybe lose a game here or there, but then they always get right back on track.
Yeah, and I love that Trey Turner, I mean, pretty much put the team on his back while Harper and Schwarber were out. Even Castellanos. I'm not going to take anything from Castellanos. Yeah. Him and Casty, Bohm too, but even when Bohm struggled, like Bohm kind of hit a little bit of a rut where, you know, his average finally went under 300. But I mean, Casty and Turner just fucking went on a tear. And
and I mean,
held it to end up on the bargain, so
did what you call it too, a little bit Marsh.
Marsh did too, absolutely. I mean, God, they batted him fourth for like a game or two.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was just like, okay, we're getting a little cocky now. Now now we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, that was that. I hope that I don't ever see that again.
I really thought I would see Marsh bat against the lefty before I saw him batting.
Hit back clean up. Yeah, that was crazy.
But I mean, it's been a refreshing thing to see. I really hope that of course, I'm kind of mixing our first topic with our last topic, but you're coming right out of the gate with most likely a really, really shitty pitching matchup.
It's a shitty catch. Yeah, it's not ideal.
No.
But you know what though? It'll be a good test because I'll tell you what, if they come out and rock Paul Skeens, you know.
I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be Keller probably first game, first or second. I think Skeens is pitching Sunday, especially because
you think he pitches the last game?
Yeah, I think they're gonna just be careful with him, and just he just pitched yesterday. I know it's one inning, but getting your body ready for that and everything, the way that he gets ready, which is insane to see, like the stuff that he
I know it's like weird.
It looks like he's going scuba diving or some shit. The stuff that he's got, or like backpacking across Europe.
I hope he stays in Pittsburgh, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see anybody staying in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
they should just get what they can for him now.
I hate doing this. I hate to say it, but he seems like a New York Yankee kind of guy.
Dude, I know. Like I look at him, I'm like Livy Dunn, especially. I'm just like,
like that's New York.
Mustache? Yeah,
New York written all over. And no, they would let him keep the mustache there, right? He has to keep it.
I don't even know anymore.
I would tell the Yankees to fuck off.
Like seriously, yeah. Like that's ridiculous. Anyway. Oh, yeah, because, what's his name? Rodon, the excellent signing that he was, still has a mustache, right?
Yeah, he does.
You notice that every single person that we all wanted, and I swear to God, except me, and I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I forget if you said it too. I said I do not want Carlos Rodon. I didn't want Blake Snell, and I did not want Montgomery because Rodon is a fucking walking injury.
Listen, I said I didn't want Rodon for that price. I said I would have took Rodon on like a 2-year deal. Not something. Nah.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
He did exactly what they always do. He had a great year. Somehow was never hurt during a contract year. Now he's hurt again all the time. And when he does pitch, he sucks. Montgomery's been on the IL, and Snell, I don't even know if his ERA is under 7 yet.
No, you don't really hear much about him, which I'm glad.
Yeah, it's fucking. Oh, it is. It's 6.31. His ERA is.
Crap!
And he has 8 games started.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. He was out for a month. You know what? I don't even care. I don't give a shit. He's not on my team. So, yeah, we lucked out there.
Yeah.
So that was our little first half recap. That only took 10 minutes. It'll start raining in 15.
What do you think? Let me ask you a question though. What do you? I know it's on there with the deadline.
What the Phillies do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of. I heard something today, but I think it was John Morosi.
No.
What?
If it's Tommy Pham, no.
No. I do not
Okay,
want
because
to.
I heard Tommy Pham.
No. So did I. And why does his name get brought up with the Phillies every year?
So now it's because he's cheap.
But he was
having
cheap
a good
last
year.
year.
But he's even cheaper now. But here's my thing: he's having a good year, and I'm like, with the White Sox.
Yeah, they
suck. Like, what are we doing?
I'll take Tommy Pham with Robert.
I'm telling you right now, they're not getting Luis Robert. My opinion, it's not happening.
I think I know what they're gonna do.
What do you think they're gonna do? No big moves?
Oh no, it's gonna be.
You're gonna piss me off. If you say Mike Trout, I'm gonna come over and punch you in the face.
No, that dude's not even coming back this year.
I know.
He said he's behind schedule.
Yeah, by about 3 years.
No, right,
I think what do you think they're doing?
I think they're gonna make a big move. You know the move.
Do I?
Yeah.
You think Mason Miller's still on the plane back?
I think and Rooker.
Here's my thing, and I like.
I think
are starting to kind of. Go ahead, do your thing.
My whole thing is this.
Piss me off.
The A's would probably do it.
Miller
and Rooker.
They should.
They would. I mean, like, hear me out. It makes sense because next year they're going to be playing in a minor league ballpark. They don't even have the brand new state. Yeah.
3 years.
Just Mason Miller could fall off the face of the earth by then.
And Rooker will be 33 by that time.
Yeah.
So and I 100% agree, I think, is Mason Miller part of your future when you don't want to spend any money on any players right now? So get the haul you can for him right now. Go get the prospects. And this is where, and I'm sure I will piss a lot of people off, I would consider Painter.
No, I would consider every prospect available.
I'm not considering Miller for Miller.
Well, here's my thing. We don't need Aiden Miller.
You
don't need him.
I honestly think somehow Mason Miller is going to cost you one great prospect. I don't think it will cost you, depending on the package. I'm saying
I think they would start off the package with Painter.
I think you start off the package with Scott Kingery. He's doing so friggin' good. Everybody wants him to come up. Now everybody can become Philadelphia A's fans again and watch Kingery go play there. No. He'll finally play in the majors and hit 134.
He'll finally play in the majors, but he'll be in a minor league stadium again.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best way that he can hit in the minors is because he will stay in the minors. It's the only way he stays. That's the best way. That is great. That is the only way Kingery gets to the majors is by playing in a minor league stadium.
We'll add him in there.
Actually, no. It's one of the things like you have the deal and then you just throw Scott Kingery. They're like, what is this?
It's a player to be named later.
He was a write-in.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's in pencil, not even ink, not even pen, nothing. It's not even typed up. You're like, please.
You can erase it if you want to.
We'll send them on the plane anyway. Just tell them no.
No, I think everybody would be available. I mean, I would try my hardest not to trade Miller in that, but you might have to.
Again, because if you get him, like, could you imagine the back end of your bullpen being Strom, Alvarado, Hoffman, and Mason Miller and Kirkland? Excuse me. You have 5 options, 4 because Mason Miller's your closer. You have 4 options to pitch 6, 7, and 8.
But like also too, like that's your bullpen for years to come.
It is.
You don't have to make any changes. You might have to add like a long reliever here and there. But even that could be almost set up because you got Mercado, you got Phillips. I mean,
which I think is kind of a side topic I didn't even think to talk about. But the fact that it does tie into why you can get rid of Painter.
Exactly.
You don't know. I mean, the classic name to bring up right now is Sixto Sanchez. Like, I was even against it because I'm just like, this kid's supposed to be so good. Well, he's pitched like 6 minutes in the majors,
and then
like,
and then he ate the rest. Then he ate.
Yeah, he ate. Yeah, like I think he ate 3 bases around the fucking stadium. Like, it really is like, I want to see Painter do good. They say he's the real deal, and I'm like, but you don't know. Like, someone commented on the Phillies fan group on one post I had where they basically said, like, what if right now they move Aiden Miller to second because he's hitting so good there, and because Stott's struggling, and I'm like, Stott might be struggling right now, but I'm like, there is no chance. I said, I know what Stott is, and I've seen what Stott can be from last year and this year. I don't know that Aiden Miller can play in the majors. There is no guarantee. So that's why I would consider him and Painter, same thing. And Painter right now looks kind of injury prone. You've already had one Tommy John. You don't know. Like, not everybody comes back from that.
No. And also, I mean, my whole thing is this. You see what the Phillies blueprint is right now. Like, their whole team's pretty much locked up. Like, literally. Yeah. Like, the rotation's locked up for years. Your infield's locked up for years. Besides Bohm right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they sign Bohm, you don't really need Miller.
Right.
I mean, think about
that
it.
Says it right there, but it also, again, I know we've talked about this 74 times, is if your plan is to eventually move Harper to DH, which I don't think he wants to. I think he needs to be in the game.
I think he wants to continue playing first.
Right. And that's where the conversation really came into, like, okay, like how you're going to pay Bohm and what the future is for him. If you sign Bohm to a 5 or 6 year deal.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I mean. Then you're kind of messing with like Miller's prime.
Right.
So like my whole thing is Bohm's contract would probably look in the area of like maybe 4 years with a player option or a vet, or you know what I mean, club option for a 5th. But I don't think it'd be as high as you think. I think he would take at least, I think it'd be like 85, 90 million.
So here I have this right now because we planned on talking about this. Here is the contracts for MLB third baseman right now. So you can see, obviously, Machado is way over
the highest. Well, dude, you know what's crazy about him too? Honestly, sorry to cut you off. Is that he got 2 massive contracts with the Padres?
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
With an opt out. Yeah, I just
Rendon.
The first one was an opt out. So I mean, Devers, that's a deal you'd sign all day at 26 years old.
Yeah, can we skip over number 4 because we already know what not to do.
I don't even know who the hell that is. Fucking bum. Oh, the season should be shorter. Good. Then hand in 3/4 of your contract because that means you're playing like 7 games.
The crazy thing is he's not even 30.
So here's the thing. Austin, holy shit, I didn't even realize that. Now he's an even bigger fucking loser.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
He's only been in the league for 7 years? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
He's been hurt 6.5 of them.
All right. We got really sidetracked.
No. That's the length of the contract.
Okay. I got really I was like, wait a minute. No, that's actually how many years he actually played full games. It was 7.
7? If you add all the games up.
Yeah.
So Austin Riley is who I'm gonna. Here's my thing. All right, so here, down at 17, here's Alec Bohm. His new contract this year is $4 million. He's 27 years old. He will not be a free agent for another. We have him this year, next year, and the year after. So 2027, he'll be 30 by the time you sign him as a free agent.
Yeah,
if you want to.
I just think like if you're going to compare his contract, like his next contract and what you think it's going to be, I think you're going to look at like in the area between Bregman and Hayes. Like I think it'll be closer to like Hayes.
See, here's my thing. Look right here.
The Matt Chapman one.
Matt Chapman and Jeimer Candelario. Matt Chapman is a fucking stud. Was a stud of a third baseman. And it took forever for somebody to try and sign him. And he signed him at 3 at 54.
Yeah, but here, my thing is with that, I don't think he's going to get, like, I think Bohm is going to surpass that. Like, I think he gets like 84 million.
So here's my thing: is Bohm is a better,
like he's better,
offensive player than Chapman.
He's better than Chapman, Taylor, Suarez, and Makata. He's better than, he's right behind Bregman.
Yeah. I think he could be right here with Ryan McMahon.
Yeah,
That's your middle point right there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is around 70.
I'm telling you, I think he gets 84.
But I'm not saying 6 years.
No,
I'm saying here's your middle, your starting point, whatever. Yeah. Because I mean, even at 70 over 6, that's a little bit over. That's like what, 12 million a year?
About that, yeah.
I guess that's math.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brian Hayes, he signed this early, but he's 24. I feel like you suck it up being a pirate. You're not gonna. That worked out for Brian Hayes so good, that $8 million at 70, because it's guaranteed money for you, $70 million. Someone will take that. Someone will take that contract in a trade too. A better team will absolutely take that.
Especially like a contender.
Yeah, and by the time he's a free agent, it kicked in. He'll be what, in
30
6 years? He'll be 30. You can sign another 4 or 5 year deal.
Yeah, he could, and it'd be for way more.
Right. I mean, Jose Ramirez. Sorry, Bohm, you're not getting that. Here's my thing. Unless somehow Bohm doesn't sign a contract like this year, he plays through his arbitration next year, and he goes on a fucking tear. But
yeah, then you're looking at top 3.
Yeah, I mean, but Jose Ramirez, or excuse me, Bohm is not Jose Ramirez. He's not a switch hitter. I did not see the All-Star or the Home Run Derby performance happening, but that right there is pretty much where I see Bohm maxing out, is like 25 is where I'll put him as an absolute max. He's at 11 right now for home runs.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So I just hey Donna, how are you? I got busy being a dad, dude. I totally get it. I'm the contracts. I totally get it, because half the time I'm just like, yeah, I hope I get on here in time. Like, my kids are not going to sleep. It's cool. But yeah, I think if you want to show, I think that's the biggest team. We've said this too, is how close this group is. Like, do you lock up this team? You have Turner for another century.
Well, that's what I mean.
Harper for another half century.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, the team's pretty much locked up for years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other than a few odds and ends, I mean, really, if you really think about it, the only position that they could really afford to really upgrade is center field.
Yes, but you have that in the minors. Supposed to. That is the only position that you are not technically okay at right now.
Yeah.
And if
but
you also try...
You also have a lot of options, though, because you could get a left fielder and then just move Morris to center.
Right.
I mean, it depends.
And Rojas really hasn't been doing bad.
No, he had a home run. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I mean, Christ, in the last game, who didn't hit a home run? Not on our team.
But no, what I'm getting at is like, that's literally the only position that you really need to upgrade if you want to.
Yeah. But again, like, it's max trade for max value, like with Miller and Painter. So if you want to go get Mason Miller, that's what it's going to cost.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to go get Mason Miller, you might as well just go get Rooker too.
But you have somebody. But Mason Miller was a starter last year, tried to be, and then like got hurt. Has already had shoulder problems. Like, he's young enough though that you can come back.
He's what, 23?
It's something like 24,
yeah,
I think.
And that's fine that he's not a starter. We're not asking him to pitch starter innings, but like, and also he would probably, I mean, it would benefit him and the bullpen great if he came here, because I mean, you could give Alvarado a rest if he needed one. You don't have to dip into, like, let's say, you don't have to rely on like Strom or Hoffman to close every night.
True. And it would solve the problem that everybody loses their minds over of we need a defined closer.
And not for nothing, too, if you really think about it, a lot of these teams, are facing these guys consistently. You get Miller, if you get Mason Miller here in the National League, they're going to be like, whoa. Because you don't really scout them.
Yeah.
You don't scout the A's.
And I think that's the biggest thing, too, is just like
consistency.
That pitch that he struck out Ohtani on, that slider, you literally can go from 104 to 89
just like that
with a hard or a shit ton of movement. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like,
I know. Like he's really fun to watch pitch.
Yeah. It's cool. I'd be fine. I think they make a move for a pitcher rather than offense, rather than a starting batter. That's my thing. My only reason is because you got here with this lineup.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I don't think Dave's thinking like that because you got here with this lineup. You also got to the NLCS and choked with this lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're and not to mention, you also went to this lineup in the World Series and lost.
But you went against superior pitching too.
That's fine. So, but they also won. They also won 2 games.
Right.
So I mean, if you really look at it, they really do need to upgrade center field if you want to get by.
I agree, but the same problems haven't really changed. They still strike out a ton.
Yeah, but like
swing early in counts, which drives the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah, which I'm okay with, as long as it doesn't really affect the playoff run. But here's my thing, though: if you go out and get that impact player, if your team's slumping, that one guy can take that team right out of a slump.
I agree, but I don't see it as Luis Robert. I really don't.
Oh, I'm not saying it could. It might not be him. It could be Rooker. Who knows?
But again, like Rooker he doesn't play outfield that much. So I'm just like, we're throwing, like, I feel like everyone's really just turning a blind eye to that. It's just like, oh, he hit, and it's even worse because he hit 2 home runs over 900 fucking feet together here.
I just think,
and I'm just like, you're blinded, not you, but I'm saying fans are blinded by that because he can hit home runs. I'm like, right. But is it the same as putting Kyle Schwarber out there? Like, is it almost the same?
Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, granted, he has been DHing a lot, Rooker, but I haven't really watched him play defense. And there's probably is a reason why he's DHing.
I swear, whenever I try to get on to watch it against streamers, I swear these customers aren't good. I completely understand.
Like I said, we'll see what happens. They're definitely going to make a move. They're not just going to stand pat.
Oh God, yeah. I don't. I'll put it this way: do you think Pache's on the team?
No.
No.
No, because if Merrifield ain't on this team, he ain't gonna be on it.
True. Pache, somebody will still take him. I think that's why they held on to him via trade because
the
of the upside that he's have. Yeah, then I'll go hit fucking 300 with 17 home runs in the second half,
and then I'll go shit on us in the NLCS.
Yeah, Bohm should have had the Derby. Hey, I actually enjoyed the home run derby for the first time in a while. I think the MLB needs to pick one. They either need to have a timer. It needs to be much shorter. It shouldn't take an hour to finish the first round.
It took Bohm swung the first time, and then he didn't swing again for like 2 hours.
Right. I think MLB needs to pick one. Either it's a time limit per batter, or it's a certain amount of pitches. Not both.
No, you can't.
That was stupid to me. Is that you get 40 pitches, but you also get 3 minutes because there were people like. I also think Pete Alonso forgot that he had only a certain amount of pitches because his pitcher sucked.
Well, I was glad that he struggled because he said the only way he was doing it is if the MLB made him an all-star, and he shit the bed.
Well, I hope the Mets.
But my thing. But no, I think they should just go back to the regular format when Josh Hamilton was in it.
10 outs.
That's it. 10 outs. Boom, boom,
10
boom,
outs.
boom. It's over.
Yeah. Starts at 8, it's over by 9:30.
Yeah, and I don't want to be watching the home run derby at 11:30 at night on Monday.
Right. And then I'm just sitting there, I'm like, the bonus round? Like, it seemed like everybody got the bonus round. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
I know. I looked up. I was like, damn, Jose Ramirez sucked. And then they're like, oh, bonus round. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Jose Ramirez hit a home run in the same spot, in the same section. Like, 20 of his home runs were within one section of each other.
I know.
Real quick, I wanted to share this too. I completely forgot, just related to the Bohm conversation. Check out how close Alec Bohm is to all these names.
This is career, right?
Yeah. So no, this is this year. Okay. Just this year. He has the most game played out of all of them. Let's see. I mean, this just shows leaders, which is whatever. But I mean, he's got more games than everybody, more plate appearances, more hits than everybody. The home runs, I'm not surprised. The batting average, he's tied out of all of them. He is very, very. He's second, but very close to Devers for on base percentage.
He's a top 5 third baseman.
He really is. I mean, again, granted, this is 1, 2, 3 in the National League.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just like, look at him. It's pretty much him and Devers. That's pretty cool company to have.
And Devers is a great player.
Christ, I would have taken Devers in a heartbeat. You could take Aiden Miller anytime. Bye.
Well, that's the same with like Jose Ramirez.
The Pache comment. Good take on the Alec Bohm situation. Also, the Whit Merrifield getting released the next day after his Twitter comment. It's funny. Also, I have to give Chris credit because he messaged me today. Like, we were kind of talking about Alec Bohm, and he was like, "When's your next podcast?" I was like, "Tonight." Good call on the Alec Bohm comment. We're going to talk about this tonight. So, shout out to you, Chris. I felt bad for Merrifield because of that little interaction. Himself? Well, but he made a joke with a fan, like, he's like, "Oh yeah, my family doesn't even buy my jersey." He's like, "Hopefully I'll get him back," and then he's like released the next day, and I'm like, "Oh, that kind of sucks." He's like trying to defend his shitty performance, and the team's like, "Nah, bye, bro."
It sucks. I mean, it just didn't work out. It was good on paper, but it is what it is.
But I have to give the Phillies props.
They cut their loss.
It's the third year in a row that they've done it.
And you know what? And I hope they continue to keep doing it because one of these times it's going to hit.
I mean, when the Angels went all in last year.
Nah, yeah. When they got all them guys.
When they got all these players at the trade deadline, I'm like, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck are you doing right now?" Like, "Oh, we're all in. We're not trading Ohtani."
Wait,
and I'm like, "You're an idiot."
Weren't they like 4 games out of a wild card spot? Yeah. And then they lost every game.
After the trade, they lost like 10 in a row. And the guy was like, "Yeah, never mind." And then he released
and then they just cut everyone.
Right. And I'm like, dude, if you could ever be like that was the definition of fuck it.
I mean, like
twice, actually.
I mean, it was a good effort, but it was crazy. I was like,
no, it was not. The effort should have been like, I'm going to trade Ohtani and rebuild my whole entire farm system right now.
So was that a better effort to try and make the playoffs than what the Phillies did a couple years ago, trading for Cabrera, Batista, and Ramos?
Oh my God, dude. I remember, and I was just like, we got Jose Bautista at like age 53.
We got Asdrubal Cabrera.
Now? Yeah.
And Wilson Ramos.
Yeah. Fucking Cabrera.
A guy who got kidnapped.
Like, yeah, let's just go on. Let's just go to all the old Phillies. Let's see what Pat Burrell's doing. Bring in Brett Myers as a closer.
Didn't we have
terrible?
Wait. That year, did we have Grady Sizemore?
You know what? Here's what we're gonna do.
We might have had, or that might have been the 2012 season.
It was 2015.
That was, oh man.
So the Phillies team. Dude, the majority of these people aren't even in Phillies uniforms anymore. I have to share this screen. This is terrible. This is so upsetting to see. Share screen. 2015 Phillies statistic.
Holy crap.
Dude, this fuckface. Hate him.
Who's that dude in the Braves hat?
Ken Giles.
Holy shit.
You don't remember Ken Giles?
No, I did.
Andres Blanco.
Oh man, no, he was actually not that bad for us.
I liked Blanco. Here was our 1 through 9. Jeff Francoeur, baby. How did you not like Jeff Francoeur?
He had a great arm.
Carlos Carlos Ruiz, Ryan Howard, Cesar Hernandez, Freddie Galvis, Michael Franco, Cody Ashe, Herrera, and Jeff Francoeur.
Wow.
And then Revere, Cameron Ruff, Darren Ruff.
Chase.
You would never know that Utley was on the team.
I know.
Like Dominic Brown, Aaron Altair, Grady Sizemore, Darnell Sweeney, Brian Bogasevich. Wow.
That is a name I haven't heard in a while.
Oh, remember when the Phillies had Aaron Harang?
Yeah, he sucked. Jared Eichhoff. Oh, man.
David Buchanan.
Jeez.
Chad Billingsley.
Horrible. Dude, this is terrible.
Oh. Tell me you put together a team without telling me you put together a team. Like, just what the fuck ever. Wait, what did the asterisks mean? Sucked?
They were probably hurt. Yeah, sucked.
Just put a big asterisk right here. That was terrible. I hate reliving that. So I know a little bit of trade deadline. Like I keep seeing Tommy Pham. We're obviously seeing Luis Robert and Rooker. Please, for the love of God, if the Phillies ever listen to this podcast, please don't go get Jazz Chisholm. Please.
Or Tommy Pham.
Or Tommy Pham. I'm speaking for all of the fan base, and I promise you right now, do not forget those two players.
I don't think the Tommy Pham shit is real because, dude, they're not gonna mess with the chemistry in that clubhouse.
Yeah, I
would love.
Phillies? Who do you want to add? Tommy Pham. We're really in the mood for an asshole to really throw everything off in this locker room.
That'd be like adding Papelbon to the team.
Yeah, he seems like. Oh, who was it? Was it Carlos Santana when like everyone was trying to chill in the locker room and
smash the Xboxes?
Yeah, like Tommy Pham seems like the guy who would sit in the corner and be like, I don't want to play ping pong.
No, he would punch somebody in the face.
Good. I hope it was because he lost like a fucking week in fantasy, douchebag. I hate Tommy Pham. Anyway, so I mean it's Tommy Pham. I don't know. The Phillies go after Jake Cave again?
Oh God.
I feel like Brian De La Cruz has kind of come up from the Marlins. So is Tanner Scott for a bullpen arm. I like Tanner Scott.
I just don't think that the Marlins would trade with us.
I know you do, Donna. I know. I think the Marlins would trade with anybody.
I mean, they might. Yeah. I mean, I would take Carlos De La Cruz or whatever that dude's name is. Brian.
Carlos.
We got Carlos. We got Carlos.
I think what if somehow he actually like Dombrowski pulls something out of his ass and he trades Walker? Eat the majority of the contract.
Let's not even talk about it because it won't happen.
Okay.
Relax, buddy.
Gotta head back, but have a great night, guys. I'll finish this. Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. I don't know if you ever listened to it on Spotify, but you could always listen to it for free on
Spotify. Yep.
Thank you for all right. Anyway, so let's look ahead to Pittsburgh, which I feel like the pitchers aren't listed, which sucks.
Nah, they won't be listed till tomorrow. I just saw.
Yeah. But I mean, you know that lineup. Is a good lineup. I went to 2 games against them last year. We already played them this year. I think I called it. I said I wanted to go to the game when McCutchen came back and he finally hit his 200th home run against us. I have it. I'm subscribed. Just enjoy watching it. Oh, thank you very much.
Relax,
tell your friends. So I mean, like the lineup is usually like McCutchen's been DHing, but I mean there is a lot to worry about in that lineup. Obviously Brian Reynolds, switch hitter. O'Neal Cruz is very good. Rowdy Tellez is still around.
Yeah.
Brian Hayes, I think, isn't living up to what everyone wanted him to be, but he still is good. I'm not bashing him at all. Like he's hitting 244 this year with 3 home runs, but still, like
he's still young.
27. I mean, yeah, like Bohm didn't turn it on until this year, so like Joey Bart also, since he got traded, Like, if there's a time that like it really kind of worked out for the Pirates, like, I mean, he's hitting 236 with 6 home runs and 21 hits and 89 at bats, but he wasn't even going to be on a major league roster with the Giants before he got traded.
No.
So, which I'm trying to think, has he been out a lot? Yeah, he's only played 33 games this year. So in 33 games, he's got 6 home runs. I mean that's not terrible.
No, it's not.
He's averaging almost a strikeout per game, so that works for us. But I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team that don't really talk about. It's a young team. It doesn't matter in 3 years. No one on that we're talking about right now is going to be a Pirate. So
no.
But I think the one thing that we obviously have to worry about is the pitching, because of, I mean, you have Bednar, who's a closer. Don't forget that they have Aroldis Chapman. And I feel like most likely we're going to be facing Mitch Keller and Paul Skeens. And Jared Jones is still on the IL. So was Bailey Falter. Thank God, so we don't have to face Bailey Falter again.
Yeah, I know.
Good Lord. I'm gonna laugh when like we play Skeens if somehow we make his ERA shoot over 3, because that's literally what the Phillies do. We'll face Falter, he'll throw like close to a no-hitter. We'll face Skeens and we'll hit 6 home runs off of him in the first 4 innings.
Hey, I wouldn't complain. That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't at all. So are we? What are we thinking for the second half of the Phillies season?
I think you're pretty much thinking the same thing that's been going on that was happening in the first half. I don't expect anything less, and I don't expect anything more. They're just going to steamroll.
I mean, you got 66 games left, 11 weeks. You right now have an 8.5 game lead over the Braves. The Mets are 4 games behind them. Speaking of, not the Mets, fuck them. But the standings in the National League are absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
It is insane how close everything is. How do I? Oh God, I hate. Just make it easy for me. There we go. National League. Is your dog driving you nuts?
Yeah, because it's thundering.
Yeah. So here's us where you know none of us expected to be.
No.
You all expected this. I did not expect this.
No.
I mean, they traded Corbin Burns. Their coach left and went to a division rival.
And they suck.
Brandon Woodruff was just like, yeah, I'm going to be out for the year. And they're in first place.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
It's a good for like they're kicking ass. They're 5 games up. Yeah, 5 games up. I mean, if you look like it literally goes like the fucking Nationals
all the way to the National
wild card spot.
I know, it's crazy.
And then this is just laughable right here. But I mean, it is insane. Even outside the Nationals, like 3.5 games could be a series.
Oh yeah,
like 100%. That's what's crazy.
I know.
So it's going to be a fun rest of the year. So we have 66 games left. How many do you think we win? What's our record
total?
Yeah, because I mean, do we look at the schedule?
I'm going to say they win 103.
Because I mean, this schedule is going to suck.
103.
103 games. So we are. Oh shit! I closed the page. The hell's the Phillies record? It's like 60 something and something. We are 62-34. So you are saying that in the last stretch here, that they win 41 of their last 66 games.
Yes.
I like your positivity. So on our way back, we play the Twins, who are leading the division. Wait. Are they leading the division? American League? No, they're right behind the Guardians. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So not that it helps. We go to play. Oh shit! I'm not showing anything. Present. Sorry. So we come right out of it to the Pirates. Twins, who have a good team. Guardians, who are division leaders. The Yankees, who are shit in the bed lately. And then we play the Mariners, who are leading the division by 1 game. Talk about the Astros, too, who they were, like, down here.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Like, in the shitter. And then we have to go to L.A., then play the Diamondbacks, then for some reason, again, play the Marlins for 2 games, the Nationals, Braves, Royals, who are kicking ass. And still, which is crazy, like, the Royals are kicking ass, but they're 7 games out of first place behind the Guardians.
I know.
Astros, Braves, Blue Jays, Marlins, Rays, Mets, Brewers. Like, this is a fucking brutal schedule in August.
Oh, yeah.
August alone. So I say, yeah, we're going to sweep everybody. Fuck it. 6-0, baby. How about this weekend? What do you think?
Tough series. I'm going to say, I think Pirates always play us tough. I think the Pirates take 2 or 3.
I say Phillies 2 or 3.
I hope I'm wrong, but they always play us tough, especially in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I want to go to a game there.
Yeah.
It sucks because I think the Phillies won't play them in Pittsburgh until 2026 after this.
Oh, that's
Wait, were the Pirates here this year?
Yeah.
Were they? Oh, that's right, because I said, yeah, okay, so no, they'll probably play them next year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm an idiot. I'm done. All right, go protect your dog.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't lose power.
Yeah, me too. At least there's no game to watch tonight, so we don't have to worry about it.
No.
All right, well, Chris, Donna, and anybody, I saw your mom was over on Instagram, so thank you, everybody, for hanging out, and we will see you
next Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Phillies play. Or Monday, depending when the Phillies play.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Whatever. We should just do it Sunday after the game, but...
I would do it Sunday.
All right, maybe we'll start doing it Sunday.
Let's do it Sunday.
Okay. Not guaranteeing we'll be sober, but... All right. Later.
Later.